Hello and welcome to our fourth partner training webinar. I'm Ellie Doherty and I'm the UK Partner Manager, and this time I'm joined by Alice Wood, who's one of our Senior Customer Success Managers, and Rory Gilmore, who's our Head of Customer Success, and they'll be talking about dynamic bundles. So dynamic bundles are a new feature and they're similar to a normal product recommendation, but they just go a little bit further and they're great for generating upsells and increasing AOV. Alice has set some cool stuff up with some of her customers, so she'll be taking us through some bundles tips, and then Rory will show us how to set them up on the back end. And as usual, we'll have time for questions after, so just ping us in the chat if there's anything you'd like us to go over. Over to you, Alice.
Thanks. So I'm going to start by explaining a little bit around how bundle intelligence works. So it's using Nosto's machine learning can populate the bundle based on attributes like colour, things like that. Basically, a lot of people don't use bundles or would like to use bundles but are put off because it takes ages to set up. Whereas if you just allow Nosto's machine learning to pull in tags and attributes, it can populate things much quicker and with a lot less headache. So the Gymshark example in particular, they wanted to show the same colour products to the product that the customer is viewing, and the product themselves, so the long-sleeved crop and the hoodie, these are powered by Nosto, looking at which products are bought together with the sports bra. Bundles are used generally to increase AOV, but sometimes they're used in a more kind of inspirational way, so showing products that complement each other. The sort of visual merchandising side of stuff is, like I said, super automatic, so it takes much less time to set up than what people usually expect. And you can show kind of which categories look good together and which categories can lend themselves to a bundle. So the bundles can be pretty flexible. You can cherry pick particular products to work together, or you can allow the Nosto algorithm to work its magic and pull in different products from specified categories. They can be as subtle or as obvious as you like. So this example here is quite subtle. You may not notice that it's a bundle, but it was set up just to kind of show other products that may not be as obviously relevant. So like the jumpsuit and the silk set with the product that the customer's looking at, they're not exactly the same products, but they can complement it. People use dynamic bundles in different ways. So in terms of fashion, it can be a kind of shop the look. If you've got particular ranges, then you can show different categories from within the same range. This example here is a shop the look for kind of sportswear, and the template has got drop-down selectors as well. So if you've got different sizes, we can use that within a recommendation as well. So the example here is a new bundle that's being developed for a rebrand. It looks pretty impressive. There's a lot of kind of moving parts, I guess. You can select and deselect which products you want, and the big number 5 at the end is dynamic. So depending on how many items you've selected, that will show, and then the total will show. There's also logic in the back end to allow a discount to be applied if you buy kind of some products from the bundle. The recommendation also includes the Trustpilot like review rating for each product, and then you can add all the products to the basket in one click. So depending on your merchant's kind of needs, we can set up different templates to suit the bundle and the use for it. On the other side, we've got a kind of more inspiration bundle here. So this is a furniture shop. They historically struggled with customer journey. So if a customer was looking at the dining table product page here and then wanted to have a look at either the chairs or the bench, which are in the image, they'd have to go and look through the seating category to try and find the chairs and the bench themselves, which obviously isn't ideal. So to alleviate this, we added the bundle, but without any call to actions. It's less of a AOV increase, although as you can see there was an increase from using this bundle, but it was more to try and help the customer journey. Also the price point didn't really lend itself to a kind of impulse purchase, so we didn't include it here. Whereas here is a lot more impulse purchasey. You can kind of buy your shaker and your pill box all together. And yeah, similar to the example we saw before, this has got the dynamic pricing and the dynamic number within the call to action, but you can just add all things to your basket in one go. So bundles are available for all customers who are on enterprise and premium plans. If the merchant is on a plus plan, then it's available as a bolt-on feature. And yeah, if you have any merchants that you think are perfect for bundles, but you don't kind of know what plan they're on or anything like that, then just either get the merchant to reach out to their CSM or get in touch with us and we can speak to the merchant. But yeah, I think pre-peak, it's something that we can work on super quickly, and if it is kind of AOV that they're looking to increase in the run-up to Christmas, then yeah, this is a bit of a no-brainer, so please do get in touch.
Thank you, Alice. Cool. I'm gonna now take us through kind of how we would go about setting up one of these bundles in the back end. I'm going to use Cox & Cox here as an example. One of our furniture retailers are on Magento 2. And yeah, I'm going to show you, they already actually have some bundles set up on various product pages, but I'm going to show you how we would set up a new one. And the way that I'm going to do this, I'm going to navigate into bundles in the back end. And the bundles are kind of stored beneath tools on the left-hand side within your settings, and then you've got dynamic bundles. And a dynamic bundle is a product recommendation, but we hold it under this separate area because it's something that can be assigned kind of externally of your other recommendation types. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new bundle. And what I want to do today is I want to create a bundle which is based on the front room, so a sitting room. We're going to have a rug, maybe a coffee table, and then a lamp. And I also want to include a specific product because it's Christmas, so maybe I want to include some kind of wreath or a decoration of some sort. So as you can see here, you've got this nice kind of WYSIWYG type editor, as with most Nosto products. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start by adding a category. So this category I'm going to find is soft furnishings and rugs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out that category, and I can choose to either add multiple products from this category or just keep it as one. The second category I'm going to add is coffee tables, and I'm not actually sure of the category markup for that, so I'm going to go into Nosto, and then I'm going to go and find the category that I want to work with, and I'm going to grab the tagging using the Nosto debug toolbar. So to add my coffee table, I've gone back into the front end and I've opened the Nosto debug toolbar, which contains the category tagging that I need in order to grab this secondary category here, which is going to be coffee tables. So I'm going to click add category and I'm going to select coffee tables from there. And as you can see, we're starting to generate a preview as we go. the next thing that I need is I need to go and grab some lighting. And what I want to do is I want to actually grab like a floor light or lamp, sorry. So I'm going to go into floor lamps. And then again, using the debug toolbar, I can find the category that this is being indexed to Nosto as, and I can copy it. And then I'm just going to drop that into this bundle again. So there we've got a nice little product bundle that's starting to develop. And what will happen is, because we're selecting categories, dependent on the rug or the table or the lamp that we actually view, what Nosto is going to do is it's going to algorithmically pull the most appropriate other categories from these areas in order to display the bundle. So the other thing that we can do is we're not just limited to adding categories to this, because we can also add products as well. So because it's Christmas and we're coming up to peak, what I maybe want to do is I want to go in and I want to go and grab some kind of decoration. So perhaps I want to go and grab a wreath or something similar, and I can go in here and I can grab something nice to have in the front room, for example. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select this particular wreath, because I actually want to use this in all of my recommendations, because we've way over ordered it on it and we need to sell 2,000 of them before Christmas, for the sake of argument. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab the tagging, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the product ID. And so what you can do is you can actually tell Nosto that regardless of what rug, what coffee table or what lamp I'm looking at, I always want to cross-sell this wreath with the products that I'm viewing. So regardless of the combination of other products, we can have this one in here so that it's always included within the bundle. This can be really good, as Alice mentioned, for things like batteries. If you need to cross-sell a battery or a light bulb or something that's kind of absolutely necessary with a specific product, we can do that from within here. There's also an important little toggle here which is called Use for Relations, and what this will do is if you turn this on, the products within the bundle will not only draw from the currently viewed product, which basically says, hey, this is the most related coffee table and the most related lamp to the rug you're viewing, but it will also factor in all of the information around the wreath, and it will allow that product's information to influence the other products within the bundle. So you can turn this off or on, and it will tweak the way that the bundle behaves. So there we go, we set up our bundle, and all we would then do is we can then choose the visibility of this bundle. So we could say we want to show it on every matching item. So if I view the wreath, if I view a lamp, any lamp, a coffee table or a rug, this bundle is going to appear. Or you can choose to show it on only certain categories or certain products, and you could do that by going in here and saying, right, I only want this to show if someone's looking at furniture, coffee tables, for example, or if someone's looking at, soft furnishings and a rug. So it could actually be specific for rugs product pages, and it's only going to show when a customer is viewing this. You can then give this a specific title, so you could call it whatever you wish. You can, give it. This can be a good place to kind of let people know that you're making a decision for them, or we're picking, we're visually merchandising for them using the relational data. And you can also use this headline, which will dynamically display, because you could have, for example, you could have multiple bundles going to the same recommendation slot, in which case you could choose different headlines for different ones. So if there's a specific rugs bundle, you could say, your perfect partner with these rugs, for example, or you could have a different one for coffee tables, and those can all be dynamically pulled into the template as well. I'm not going to save this because I don't want to go and create this in their account, but if I wanted to, I would then click save, and then what you can do is you can essentially assign it to an existing recommendation slot within the back end of Nosto, or you can create a new placement for the bundle to appear, and it can be shown or hidden on the specific pages that you create that placement for. So that's a quick sort of whistle-stop tour of the bundles and how you would set them up in the back end. Of course, if you have questions on this and you want to reach out to us, then please do. There's a lot more to cover, but we just wanted to give people a snapshot today. And if you have merchants that you feel would be a good fit for this, then just let us know. Cool. So I think we're now going to move on to questions with that in mind. And Ellie, do we have any questions that have been submitted?
I think we did have one on just which pages we can make bundles. Like, can we have them on home pages, or are there any limitations to that at all?
Yeah, so it depends really on the type of bundle you want to set up. If there's a specific bundle that contains specific product IDs, then of course you can have that show on any page because you're referencing specific product IDs within the slot. Whereas if you're doing it based on categories, it's likely going to need to be on a product page because we need to look at the product that's being viewed and then determine which products are the most related from the categories that are being sent into the bundle, if that makes sense. So yeah, the answer is kind of yes and no. We just need to know the use case really for that one.
We had one on templates as well. How easy is it to set up a template? Like, what's included in different plans that people get, and how easy is it generally for agencies to sort of set them up themselves?
So with this, if a customer purchases purchases bundles as a bolt-on to their plan, then included in that price is a template. If they are on a premium or enterprise plan, then it depends on how much front-end work we've already done for them, basically. A standard price for a template is €400, I believe. So if they wanted to purchase a template, then obviously they can do that. But if they're buying bundles as a bolt-on, then there's one template included. Yeah,
and also important to note that the examples that we've shown, they've got kind of enhanced functionality where you can add to bag, you can select the products, etc. We have other merchants using bundles who just use their regular recommendation template and use it as a way of curating the products that appear in the slots in the recommendation template. So if you want additional functionality, it can be quite a good time to kind of reassess the way that those designs work. But equally, if you already have a nicely functioning template that you just want to, where you want to have a bit more control, then you can do it that way as well. So kind of both options are available, and we can support all of them.
And like the recommendation templates, all HTML in a bundle template is available. So say a merchant gets a template made with some additional functionality and then wants to change maybe the look and feel of it, you guys as agencies and similar will have access to all of the HTML, so tweaks can be made and you can make copies and play around with them and stuff. So yeah, there is quite a lot of flexibility there.
Great.
I think that was it.
Cool. Okay. Well, thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Obviously, like as we said before, if anything else does come up, or if you have any questions related to specific merchants, just get in touch with us, and we can talk you through anything else you might want to have some help with.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.